Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be about my 16 and pregnant story. I had to ask y'all what y'all wanted to hear, and everybody was all up for that shit, for the 16 and pregnant, because I know y'all like to hear that drama shit, but who doesn't? I just had my Dunkin', so I'm like ready to just like talk and talk and talk, so the story may just go because I'm all hyped up now. Okay, so where should we start? Like I tried to like write it all down, but I'm like, it wasn't gonna, like I don't want to read it like off of paper or anything like that. Like I just wanted to like it fall all together. So we'll go ahead and start. So I was 16. Okay, so I remember the story. So I had a best friend, her name was Gabby. I remember I was at her house, and me and her little brother, like we used to always hang out. Like I would always go over like with her family, hang out, and even if she was like at work, I would wait for her and still hang out with her little brother. And like I remember we went to Target, and like I know I just had a feeling like I may be pregnant, but I don't know, because I did have my period. I remember I had my period, but it was like 2 days and it stopped. And then like I kind of wasn't very hungry, like a little nauseous, but like not too nauseous. But I had like a feeling, and you know how your gut feeling is always like right, like you follow it. And so me and Frank, I remember we went to Target, and like I bought the cheapest Target version of the pregnancy test. And he's all, bitch, what the fuck, like you're pregnant or what? I was like, I don't know, like let's just take it, like I don't know, right? And I was dating, you know, my baby daddy. Like we were off and on, you know, through high school, but like that time we were on, like we were together. And so we went home back to the house, and I took both of the tests, and like they both came out positive. And I was like, oh, like holy shit, like what the fuck? And then he's all, bitch, you're pregnant, bitch, like you're fucking pregnant. Like I was like, what the fuck? No, like maybe. I was like, okay, like am I? Like I don't know, you know. And my best friend Gabby, her mom was like a nurse, like so like we called her in the room, and we're like I started telling her, you know, like I was very open with her. Like they were really close to me, and they were always, you know, there for me when I was younger. You know, I was always, you know, around my best friend Gabby. And she came and she saw the test, and she was like, no, like these are accurate, these are saying like you're pregnant, you know, these are very sensitive, even if it's a cheap test, like you're pregnant. And she's like, you know, and I was like, oh shit, like I'm pregnant, you know, like what the fuck, like I'm pregnant. And like the first thing so like my best friend and her family knew, you know, like because I was there obviously. And the first thing I wanted to do was like, I didn't even call like my baby daddy yet. Like no, I called my sister, my oldest sister, because she's like a second mom to us. Like she took care of us, you know, like we saw her most of the time. And like I called her, and she was like out, and I was like, bitch, like she's like, what? And I told her, and she's like like, okay, you know, if you want me, you know, to tell mom with you, like you just gotta wait, you know, don't tell her, like, you know, I know how mom will get, like mom's gonna be pissed, she's gonna be fucking pissed. And I'll be there because I don't want nothing to go down. Like I'll be there, just wait, don't say shit, you know. And I was like, okay. And then so the next thing I did was like, okay, like I need to tell, you know, my baby daddy, like I need to tell the guy that I was with, you know. Tell me what. Okay, so he wasn't like, he was out, like he ended up going, I think it was like around spring break or something like that. Yeah, it was like around spring break. And he ended up like, he was like out living life, like in spring break. Like I think he was in Padre or Corpus, I don't know. He was with his friends, like doing whatever, who knows. And I found out because one of my friends told me, like, hey, they went with the boys, they all went, to hang out, and like they all went to Padre. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I was pissed, and like at the time, he didn't tell me, he just went up and went without telling me. So yeah, like I was pissed. But he left his phone behind, like he left his phone with his brother, I remember. And I called his phone, didn't answer. And then I was like, okay, whatever. And then I remember I called I ended up going home, and nobody knew, but the only family member who knew was my sister Jessica, and that's my oldest sister. I didn't tell my middle sister. Of course, I didn't tell my brother, and my mom was out of town. Like she was like in New York. She went on a trip and she went to New York, and she wasn't in town yet. And so of course, like I was mad, like whatever, like I'll wait for him to get back in town, whatever. And like in my head, I ended up calling my second good friend Park. I remember I ended up calling her, and I told her, like, what the fuck, like I'm pregnant. And then she was like, shut up, for real, dude, like what, like are you gonna keep it, like what are you gonna do? I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna keep it, like I'll keep it, like this is my responsibility, like I just gotta own up and I'm gonna keep it. And she goes, are you sure, like are you sure, Laura? And I was like, yeah, like I'm sure. And I told her, like I took the test, but it was a cheap version. She's like, well, let me buy you, I remember she's like, I'm gonna buy you the clear blue, like she's like the most expensive kind, like I'm gonna buy you that just so like we can be sure. And she was one of my other good friends too, like she was always there for me, like she's real sweet. And so she went, and then we went to the store. She bought them for me, I remember, because like I didn't have a job, I was 16, like I wasn't even working, like I was just partying it up, being a high school kid, and she bought it. And I always had friends that were older than me, like always like 2 years older than me. And she bought it, and we went home, and like I took the test, and she's like, bitch, they're positive, dude, like they're positive. And I was like, fuck, like I already knew they're gonna come, like they're gonna come out positive, like pregnancy tests are usually always accurate. She's like, dude, what are you gonna do? Like, what the fuck? Your mom's gonna be pissed. Like, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're young, and like, you're not even working, and you're not even finished with school. Like at that time, like I was like not in school. Like I was so bad in school. Like my mom was like, you know what? If you don't want to fucking go to school, she would drop me. Like, don't fucking go to school then. Like, don't then. Get your GED. If you don't want to go to school, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. So she didn't withdraw me. So at the time, I wasn't even in school. And she's like, are you sure you're going to have it? Like, you're sure you want to put up with him for the rest of your life? And da-da-da-da. Like, everybody's telling me that. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I was like, yeah. Like, my decision was set. Like, I'm going to have this baby, And like I felt like at that age, like I was very young, and I was like, maybe, I don't know, like I want to have it, like I'm gonna have the baby. And like, yeah, there was times that I did think about other things, about not having her, but I couldn't do it. Like I just felt like she was meant, to be with me, and I was meant to have this baby even though I was young, And everybody, brought up abortion, and everybody brought up like adoption and everything like that. And I remember what happened. I remember after that, like my friend's like, well, where is he? Like, where's, my baby daddy? I was like, I don't know. Like, he's out of town. I guess he went to Padre. Like, I was pissed, And she's like, dude, what the hell? Like, what are they doing? I was like, I don't know, like being boys out. And we all know, And so I kept calling his phone. He didn't answer. And then eventually his brother answered, right? And he was like, what's up? What's up, Lola? You good? Whatever. They used to call me Lola. Like, that was my nickname. And I was like, yeah, like where's so and so? And he's like, oh, he's not here. Like he wouldn't tell me where he was, you know. He's like, oh, he's not here. Like I'll have him call you. Are you good? Are you okay? I was like, yeah, you know, I'm good. Just need him to call me ASAP. Okay. So he ended up calling me, and I kind of remember, then I don't, because it was so long ago. He ended up calling me, and he's like, well, what's up? Like, and I was like, well, where were you? You know, like, you know, oh man, where the fuck were you? And I kind of like was like whatever about that, you know, because like we're focused on I was pregnant. And I was all like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, shut the fuck up. Like, no, you're not. And I was like, no, for real. Like, I'm pregnant. Like, I'm pregnant. And he's like, what? Like, for real? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh shit. Like, well, I'm going to go over. And my mom was still out of town. My mom knew I was dating him and I was with him or whatever. And my brother was there. And he would come over and stuff. Like, my brother knew who he was. He would say, what's up, whatever. And I had the pregnancy test. I had like 4 of them. Hold on. My mouth's getting dry. And I had 4, and like I showed him, like he didn't want to believe it. Like he was like, shut up, you're lying, you know. And I was like, no, like look. And he's like, oh, okay. And like he was never like, oh, like we're not having this baby, or oh, you're on your own. Like he was never like that. He's like, okay, like, you know, we're having a baby, you know, that's it. Like we're not gonna get rid of it, like we're gonna have it, you know. And I was like, okay. And like I was happy, but like I don't know how to feel. Like I was sad, and then I wasn't. Like I kind of was happy. Yeah, like I was happy at first. Like, okay, I'm happy, you know. But I'm like, I know like my mom is gonna be pissed, dude. Like she's gonna fuck me up. And I was like I'm happy, but I already know it's not gonna be so happy because my mom's gonna be pissed and against it, you know. Like I'm 16. Like who's as a parent, who would want to hear that their 16-year-old's pregnant? You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to hear that. And he's like, are you gonna tell your mom? I was like, yeah, but she's out of town. Like, you know, she's gonna be back. I think she was gonna come back the next night. I don't remember. And like my mom always knew like I was always out with my girls, like always out with my friends, always at the movies, always doing some hood rat shit, you know. And she ended up coming back. Yeah, she ended up coming back, and she was so I feel fucking bad. I feel bad, mom. I'm sorry. So she came back hyped as shit, right? Because she had a badass, you know, vacation trip to New York, right? Like she was dating some guy, had a badass trip. She came back like happy and like telling my brother and me like, oh, it was so awesome, you know, like saying all the good things like she did in New York. And like she was like unpacking things and like in the living room or whatever. And then like my brothers are chilling. And like I just felt like I needed to say it. Like I needed to just get it off my chest. Like I just want, sorry, that was a chair. I swear I didn't fart. Like I wanted just to tell her, like I was just like, auntie, like when I want somebody to know something, like I just want to fucking like, let's pull the band-aid off, let's go, like let's just tell her. And she asked me like I wasn't gonna say nothing, and she was like, what are you doing? Like why are you home? Like usually like, you know, you're out with your friends doing stuff, like why are you here? And I was all like, oh, because I don't know, like I can't drink. And then she was like, why? Like why can't you? And like, okay, like my mom knew, you know, as a teenager that like I did drink, you know, like I did, you know, do bad things that I wasn't supposed to be doing, especially getting pregnant, you know. It's like, I don't think I can drink. And she was like, what do you mean? Like she was pissed, like that, like what do you mean? And I was like, I'm pregnant. Like I just said, like I'm pregnant. Like, and she's like, what? And I was like, I'm pregnant. And then my brother's just there like, oh shit, like it's about to pop off. Mom's about to pop off on this girl. Like she's gonna whoop her ass. And then she's, what the fuck do you mean you're pregnant? And I was like, I'm pregnant, you know. And I was like, fuck. And then she was all like, with so and so? And I was all like, yeah. And she was like, are you kidding me? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, she was pissed. She's like, you think you're gonna have a kid? You're a kid yourself. He's a kid himself, you know? Like, you really think he's gonna be there? Like, you really think he's gonna be there for you and the baby? Like, this is hard. You're not working. He's not working right now. Like, y'all are kids just partying and, you know, doing what high school kids do. You know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, like, I'm gonna have it. Like, no. She's like, no, you're not. Like, you're not gonna have this baby. Like, you're not gonna have this baby. And I was like, yeah, I am. And then, like, I had my phone, and it was on like, my mom used to date some guy like for a really long time, so we kind of referred him to like stepdad, and he had like us on his phone plan, and he was the only one that had access to the phones, you know. My mom, of course, she would pay my $40 phone plan, right? She would pay for it, and I had a phone, and she was like, give me your fucking phone. And I was all like, no, like, you're not gonna give me my fucking phone. And she's like, give me the fucking phone, Laura. And like, I like ran to the room, dramatic. I like ran to the room, and I was like, no, you're not gonna get my phone. She goes, okay, you think? She's like, okay, I'll fucking turn that shit off right now. You're not having no fucking baby, and blah 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 this. And she was just cussing up a storm. Like, she was pissed, but it's normal. She's my mother, you know what I mean? She's pissed, and you know, like, she's upset. Like, her 16-year-old's pregnant. Who wants to hear that? They get pissed, you know. They don't want that life for their kid. And she's like, I'm gonna have that shit off by the morning. I'm gonna call so-and-so. That shit's gonna be off. You ain't gonna have no fucking phone. And like, she's mad. Like, she's just like pissed. Like, she wanted, I know deep down inside, my mom wanted to slap the fuck out of me. Like, bah. Like, I know she wanted to do that to me. And she was angry. Like, she was pissed. And like, she had every right to be, though, you know. And my brother was I hate my brother. My brother was all like, you're a stupid slut, you fucking whore, like, you're gonna have a baby, you're so stupid. Like, that was him. But that's my brother, you know. And like, he was right. Like, I am stupid, I'm young. Like, you know, I wasn't making good decisions, I wasn't protecting myself, you know. Like, I wasn't, you know, protecting myself to be young at a young age, which I should have, you know what I mean? So yeah, I was, you know, you're like, oh yeah, you're stupid. Yeah, like, yeah, okay, I'll take that, you know, because of my age. And it was like late at night, like maybe 10 or 11, and like, I ran to my room, like, I messaged him like, hey, you know, I told her, she's pissed, like, whatever. And then she calls my older sister, cussing up a storm, like, what the fuck, she's fucking pregnant, la la la, like, going off, right? She was fucking pissed. And then my sister texts me like, really, dude? Like, you gotta tell her right now, like, it's late, you should have waited till tomorrow, you had one day to wait when I was there, you know. Now she's on the phone calling me pissed. Like, that's the first thing my mom would do, is like run to my sister, because she's the oldest, so she would vent to my sister like, what the fuck, like, these fucking kids, you know. And I was like, I just had to. And I felt bad because it, like, she came back from a trip, badass time, and then I ruined it, like, you know. And she was pissed. And I know, I'm pretty sure my mom was like, this is gonna be my responsibility, you know. Like, Laura is my kid, you know. She's 16, she's still under my roof, I still provide for her. So she's bringing another kid in, it's gonna be my responsibility, you know. Like, I'm still a teenager, and of course, you know, my mom didn't kick me out, you know. So she was like, it's gonna be pressure on me. So, like, you know, I know my mom was probably like restless, couldn't sleep, was upset, because she knows it was gonna fall back on her, and thinking like, oh well, you know, she's my kid, and of course, like, it's gonna be another kid in the household, you know. And I remember I couldn't really sleep, like, I felt nauseous, because, you know, it's what happens when you're pregnant. And I remember, what happened, waking up the next day, and my middle sister already knew. She didn't really say anything, she kind of already knew. She told me like, I kind of already knew you're pregnant, because I had saw a pregnancy test box you know, around the house or in your purse or something. But like, sorry, I think I had a moco. And she's like, I didn't say anything, you know, like, what can I say? Like, you're pregnant, whatever, you know. She's real. My middle sister Leah's real, like, hey, that's your decision, you know. I may think this and that, but hey, that's on you and that's your life, you know. You're still gonna make the decision you want at the end of the day. So she never like brought me down, or she never cussed me out, like, or anything like that. Or my sister Jess didn't bring me down or cuss me out. And so my sister Jessica came over the next day, and like my mom and her talked, and like my sister did bring awareness, like, hey, like, do you really want to have this baby? Like, you know, there's adoption, there's other choices, you know, like, to do. And I was like, no, like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to make those choices, you know. Like, I want to have the baby, like, I want to, like, I just feel like I'm just gonna have to take responsibility, woman up, you know, and have this baby. And she's like, do you understand, like, it's gonna be hard, like, you know, you're not even finished with school, like, what are you doing? And then I was like, well, you know, I'm gonna go back and get my education, like, I'm gonna go back and get my education. And then she's like, well, what about him? Like, I go, well, he's gonna do the same thing, and like, he's gonna work. And she was like, well, how do you know he's gonna be there, and how do you know this, and how, like, so many questions. And I was like, you know what, like, you guys can have any opinions that you want, like, I'm still gonna do this, like, I'm still gonna have this baby, I'm still gonna, you know, try my best to do what I need to do, you know, to improve my life and for my kid. They're like, okay, like, it's gonna be hard. So they, you know, like, my family's real, like, they'll tell you all the negative that's gonna happen, and that's good. They're never gonna be like, they never look at all the happiness first. They always look at all the negative first. Like, hey, this and that's gonna happen, or this and that. Like, how do you know he's gonna be there? Like, how do you know, what if he takes off? Like, what if this and that? Like, and I was like, you know what? Well, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna have this baby. And then she was like, oh, okay, like, okay, like, you're gonna have this baby, like, you know. And a lot of people were telling me, like, are you sure? Like, are you sure you want to have this baby? You're gonna deal with him for the rest of your life, and it's gonna be hard, you know, he's a difficult person at times, and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, you know what, I can do it. I was very confident, like, and I felt like, you know, I was very confident. I was like, oh, I'll be fine, you know. And they're like, okay, you know, like, they're just trying to bring awareness, like, make a good decision for yourself. And I was like, okay. And my mom, like, she calmed down, and she was like, you know, look, Laura, if you're gonna have this baby, I will help you, you know. I will be there for you. I will help you, you know, if you need to get a job, or he needs to get a job, or and you need to go back to school. You need to figure out what you need to do. You do it by yourself, and you figure it out. For all your doctor stuff, you figure it out. I was like, okay. And she's like, and I'll help you with rides, because I didn't have a car. She's like, I'll help you with rides, and, you know, he needs to help too, or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. So, like, yeah, that's what I did. Like, I took advantage, and I found a doctor, and, you know, I took responsibility, set all that stuff up by myself. You know, I got my education, I got my GED, like, I went and took the test, I finished it within a week, and I passed. Like, I did everything that she wanted me to do, because she made that, hey, if you want to stay here, you want me to help you, you know, you need to do these things for me. So we had a deal, and like, we did those things. She knew I wasn't gonna change my mind. She knew I was gonna keep, you know, my baby, and I wasn't gonna make a decision that I would regret. And she knew it. So she was like, you know what, I love you, you're my daughter, and I know people are gonna have a lot to say because of your age, but I don't care, as long as you do what you need to do, you know. And I was like, okay, like, that's fine. So yeah, I ended up, you know, having a baby. And it did surprise my family, because he was there, you know, like, he was there. He would go to my doctor's appointments. He was involved. Like, it was not like he was not involved, you know what I mean? And he was there, and like he was there for my pregnancy, you know, we were together. And it how do you say it, like, and when I had her, he was there, like, you know, like he was there for her. He provided. He, you know, he had a job. I didn't work, so he bought her things, he bought me things. Like, he was there. We didn't live together, we still, like, I lived at my mom's. Like, he was there all the time, back and forth, you know, but he was there for her. Like, he proved a lot of people wrong, because a lot of my, you know, family would say like, oh, he's not going to be there, and this, like, they're very negative, you know. So he did, like, he was there. He wasn't like a piece of shit and like left me hanging, you know what I mean? Like, he was there. And he knew he was expecting a daughter, and he was there as much as I allowed him to, and he was there. And it did, you know, when she was born, like, my mom was like surprised, like I'm so glad that he's there for you, you know, like, I'm so glad that he's there and he's wanting to be around his child. Because most, like, if you see most kids that do get pregnant at a young age, usually the dad dips off, or they don't want to be around, or they go, you know, do whatever. But no, he was there. And you know, we didn't last, but, you know, oh well. So who can say that they're still with their baby daddies these days, you know? But, you know, he's there for his daughter, and has been since my pregnancy, you know. She's 9 years old now, and, you know, I'm 26. So yeah, so he's there. But yeah, she has changed me a lot. Even my mom says it all the time, like, she has changed you a lot. She's like, even though you were young, Laura, like, I feel you were meant to have her to slow you the fuck down of where you're going. She's like, I feel like if you didn't have her, she's like, I thought your life was gonna be ruined into shit. She's like, but I feel like if you didn't have her, she's like, I feel like you would have been somewhere I wouldn't want you to be. She's like, I feel like Marilyn, you know, she slowed you down, she humbled you, and like, you're wherever you're at, you're meant to be. Like, she slowed you down. Even though you were at a young age, I feel like it was meant to happen to you, you know? Like, I always say that, like, I feel like when things happen to me, like, they're meant to happen to me, so I just let it happen. You know what I mean? Like, if it's meant, it's meant, and it's meant, it's meant. Like, yeah, like, I was young, but I wouldn't change my decision. Like, I'm glad I had her. She's my one and only. Like, I love her to death. And like, and I understand whenever I say like my age and that she's 9, people already do the math in their head. You know, they're like, oh, like, you were a teen mom. Like, yeah. And it's so, like, everybody's a teen mom now these days. Like, I'm not saying it's the cool thing to do, but there is a lot of teen pregnancy. Like, there really, you know, there really is a lot. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, so like, sometimes we get, like, when we're together, everyone always thinks that Marilyn's my little sister. Like, they'll be like, oh, like, your little sister's so cute. Or they'll say like, oh, help your sister, or they'll say something like that, and like, Marilyn gets mad. She'll be like, that's not my sister, that's my mother. Like, she'll say things like that. They're like, oh, you just look so young, I didn't think you were her mom, you know. And I get that all the time. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't really look like a normal ass mom, you know what I mean? Oh well. So I get that a lot, especially like when we're at HEB or somewhere shopping, like, oh, your little sister. And Marilyn's like, that's not my sister. Like, Marilyn gets pissed, you know. But I expect it, you know. I don't look like a typical mom. I don't fucking know what a mom's supposed to look like, you know what I mean? I really don't care. But yeah, so that was my 16 and pregnant story. I'm trying to think if I left anything out. I don't know. But it was a tough ride, you know. Like, a lot of things happened, and I matured a lot, and yeah, like, it was hard. It's still hard, you know, even though she's older, you know. Being a parent is not always easy. It's tough, you know, but we make it work. And I know a lot of people always ask me, do you want more kids? Do you want more kids? You should have more kids, you know, with your boyfriend. And I'm like, fuck no. Like, I had Marilyn so young, and I'm just like, she's getting older, and I'm like, I can't wait to just enjoy my life and enjoy watching her grow and just, you know, see her grow up. And that's it. Like, I don't want to start all over, you know, like I always tell her she's my one and only, and like, that's it. I just want to watch her grow, you know. And yeah, so I summed it up. There's like so much to my story, but I'm like, I don't want to add all that extra shit, you know. I just wanted to say that. But my mom always told me, man, you should have did 16 and Pregnant, because I remember around my time, that's when 16 and Pregnant like was around or coming up. She's like, man, you should have done it, man. You would have been a star with all your drama shit. I was like, yeah, I would have, with all my drama that I had going on, right, as a teenager. But that's all for my 16 and Pregnant story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So make sure you like and you subscribe and leave me lots of comments, and I appreciate it. I'll be coming out with some more videos. My next video may be a skincare thing, you know, and another video coming up with one of my friends. So I have a lot of more videos coming. So thank you so much for watching and being supportive. So until next time.